The start. So Subham sir, I'm aware that you come from a Jain family,
Hmm.
but what's interesting is like you are also into Buddhism and sort of things like that. So what is the connection? So.
There's no specific connection. It's, as I told you in the start, that I have been a very curious person. And since I'm always seeking something, I want to learn fresh things, I keep participating in various spiritual communities. So Buddhism is one of that. I am a part of a trust, but my entire practice is not limited to that. I'm not a
Hmm.
product of, I would say, Buddhist practices. I'm a product of experiential learning from many, many masters.
Hmm.
I would never say that I'm representing Jain religion, I'm representing Buddhist religion. I would say that I take the information that is useful for me, the wisdom that is useful for me in the present. I make use of it, I implement that, and move to the next.
It's all about learning and all being curious about different things, and you can
Yes.
always learn. I think there's much more to gain, much more wisdom provided by a lot of different masters,
Yeah.
and that's always for the betterment of oneself. So you mentioned about spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I'm very fascinated by those things.
Yeah.
I don't know, it doesn't really correlate with religions, but what's spirituality? Like you've been into like practices like
Yes.
Buddhism, Jainism, and what's spirituality for you?
Yes. So religion has to do with belief.
Hmm.
You have to believe in something. Spirituality is about practicing that and seeing what works for you.
Okay.
Where religion asks you to worship, spirituality is about walking on the same path as the master did.
Hmm. Like I could relate. Like I've heard of some Buddhist stories like that. Huh? You need to follow a master like to get into this path. To they say like salvation, the spirituality. Is that something?
I don't actually walk on a path of salvation. I don't know if
Hmm.
we'll ever be able to achieve that in the kind of world that we
That's
are
the
in.
extreme part, I believe.
Not really extreme, but I think my life is more about balance.
Hmm.
I want to live the best of the world that we live in, and I also want to keep my roots strong
Hmm.
from where we come.
No, that would. That is actually how balancing works. But you know, like this time, there's unbalance everywhere. Okay, whether you say it like you see the geopolitical situation, you see the people's life,
Yeah.
there's a missing link for a balance. So how do one actually like balance out the life?
So balance is deep. If you look at the surface level, this is where most people operate, and it is very natural to have imbalance.
Hmm.
We are all imbalanced. I'm not in perfect balance at all, right? But it's just that my journey is about going deeper,
Hmm.
and this is what I was able to realize, that most people, when they're operating on surface, it is very easy to choose extremes. If something is not working for me, okay, I'll start doing the opposite. If this relationship is not working for me, okay, let's cut off. If this education is not working for me, okay, let's drop out. It is becoming very easy to choose the opposite extremes, and it is not a present problem. It has always been there, because when the mind is at the surface, you are going to choose extremes, because the mind operates in two polarities
Hmm. Hmm.
when
Hmm.
you're on the surface. When you start going deeper, when you start looking at the things as it is with more clarity, when you start to come in neutral terms with what exists, this is when you start achieving some kind of balance. Not the ultimate balance,
Not the ultimate one, huh?
but still,
But it's still some kind of
slightly
balance.
better.
What reminded me of like when we talked about the concept of balance, I could connect it with the relationship.
Hmm.
Like that relationship these days, the obvious reason for divorces and instability was the lack of balance and people being in the surface.
Yeah.
Like people being in the opposite poles and they want the extremes. Either they want it, either they don't want it. And that is how that is creating instability.
Yeah.
Well mentioned. One common problem, Subham sir, that I've seen around, I've been also the victim of that. But we plan out a lot of things in life because we all have desires, ambitions,
Right.
and we plan like we'll do this and that. But somehow we're not able to achieve that. Somehow, like we feel lazy, and sometimes boredom hits. Sometimes like we are not able to manage things. How do we actually manage all those things? Like because I've heard like psychology has answer for this. So according to you, what do you think like people like us who are into this kind of things, who plan a lot but could not execute?
I don't know if psychology has answer for
Hmm.
it, but I do.
Yeah, I would love to hear that.
Because if psychology could give that answer, people would have not been in therapy. Yes.
Hmm.
So the thing is that we desire 100 things
Hmm.
and we are not able to move forward. This is what you're asking?
Is that lack of clarity, lack of ambition?
For sure there is. But the thing is that all the information is available to you as well.
Hmm.
You have all the solutions. Even if you don't, you can find the solution next day because everything is at the tap of the button, right? The thing is, and this is where my core of my profession lies, that I do root work with people. The thing is that your mind doesn't work in your favor. There's so much resistance inside that even if you have all the solutions in your life, you won't be able to receive.
Still, we'll be looking for some problems. Is that what you understand?
It's just that you know the solution intellectually,
Hmm.
but you'll never be able to implement that, because for that your entire system has to work in your favor first, right? You have found the solution, you understand that if you want to develop a certain kind of business, you have to act in a certain way. Suppose you say that I have to fulfill 5 of these tasks to get to the next level of my business, right? You're not even able to touch one of them. You won't even start that. Why? Why is that? Now that you have solution, the gateway to your success in front of
know
you,
what to choose
you're
is.
still not able to do that because this thing is your master. It's not your slave. It's not working in your favor. And that's where my core profession lies, that I help people enable their mind to start working in their favor. I never offer them solutions. I never offer them solutions in my sessions. Because I always believe that our system is intelligent enough. It has always been trained to find solutions.
Yeah.
You have always been seeking that. But if I help you go to your roots, if I help you start to enable your growth from there, from the very roots, will you not be able to find solutions later?
Obviously.
And they will start working for you,
Hmm.
right? So the thing is that it comes down to the mental resistances. You have to really go deep down why you want what you want. Because most of the times, we are seeking success because others have it and it looks fancy.
Obviously, that
We
there's
want to keep up with the society.
society
But do
standards.
we really want that specific thing? Is it for us? Are we designed to receive that? We don't take care of that. And that's why we stay where we are.
That's one of those
So
reasons.
if we strongly want something, we first change the design of this system. We first design it in a way that it can receive it.
Wow.
That's why it's very crucial to have a
That
psychological
link, the sync.
partner on board with you. That's where my company comes in.
Great one, sir. So you talked about having that mental resilience and what you also provide. Is it something to do with mindfulness? Like people like to train mind, you need to be mindful. Is that the concept?
I would say it is a good start.
Okay.
What is mindfulness? It is just awareness. If you are unaware, you cannot start anything. Mindfulness is not the solution, it is the start to something that you can. We don't have to really put it in a jargon. It is just that, just know. As simple as that. Knowing what to do. So, knowing is very mindful.
And so what's the ultimate solution then? Like ultimate solution
To what?
to your well-being, to your mental health? What do you think?
Ultimate solution to your suffering?
Huh.
Huh?
Because people
Yes.
want to know the answer. People
Exactly.
want to find happiness. People want to find that ultimate solution because
Right.
people are suffering.
Yes. Going to the roots. Because the solution is out there. It is available to everybody for free. You don't have to be in therapy to find your solutions. You have to actually go to the roots of your system and find alignment, have your emotions open, have your mind at peace, at balance. And you'll see that, okay, even if I don't have that the other person has, that rich brat has, I'm still happy. Because now you're not seeking pleasure. What you have right now is fulfillment. And within that fulfillment, you do anything in the world, you'll see that you are succeeding very quickly.
Because we usually compare a lot. Like we see rich people.
We start with insecurities. We start with a heavy energy in the first place. With this heaviness, how will you ever reach somewhere? When we recalibrate this entire system, you'll see that in this energy of fulfillment, now that I've started pursuing any endeavor, I'll reach there very quickly.
So we need to unload this, what is said, that negative energy or negative feeling that you have.
Yes.
And start like being more towards fulfillment, I would say.
Yeah.
I think that's what being in root
that
is
pretty
all
much
about.
sums it up.
So I think that would have been it had been a great talk, guys. So we'll be ending our conversation. I think it was insightful, not just for me, for everyone watching out there. Soon we'll be definitely bringing him again with such kind of like insights that will be really helpful for all of us. So I'd just like to thank you, Subham Bhai, for like being part and enriching us with your experience. That was great.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
All the best.
Yeah.